Welcome back, day 8. Discover your client's buying strategy. Simple way to find out more about your client's need and value. How are you today? I know you're wonderful today. I know that. And how do you feel about yourself now? You feel more confident? You feel more knowledgeable? And look at your body language. You're so happy now. It's day 8. Well done. And congratulations again. Your commitment to excellence. So today we're going to complete step number 8 of the selling process. Make it real and assume the sale. This is a cool, because as when you make it real for somebody, you make it real in their guts. Said differently, yes, make them feel it. That logic doesn't have a all lot to do with this. You want to make it real by showing them that by any means pleasure or heaven, that not buying means pain. Not buying means pain. Now, if you get people into this state of mind, they will buy. We will discover in this session how to make it real for people. So, come along. We will go through 2 phases of the sale process, which of course in a phase 3 process with 10 steps will be done. Phase 1, you remember, we have engaged a customer. Do you remember how to do this? We got ourselves prepared. Number 2, we turn ourselves in the peak state. Number 3, we put ourselves in place. We immediately went out, made contact with. Just get excited. So we did something about it. We have been connected. What made my best friend heart to heart? Then we created some interest. At the point, they were interested to hear us. They hungry to hear us. And we had a picture of the person at that point, a big ear on, wanting to hear what we have to say now. We beginning to enroll them. How we do that? We got permission to probe, to find out what this person is about. One of the real needs and want. What the real wants. What are some of the buying patterns? And so sure enough, we did that process. Well done to you. We really found out the qualifying process. We probe for the problem and magnify the heart. And lastly, step 7, we went along and we didn't just assume. We knew what was going on. We created conviction and we disclose. See where we are, and so we know a person who is not only engaged, but they really are enrolled on the idea what we are going to compel them. How do you feel? Okay, now just with the same exercise, we do small breathing exercise. Just do with a small breathing exercise. Just maybe you can close eyes or you can open the eyes. Okay, just take a 3 deep breaths. When you breathe in, just imagine going healing power inside. When you breathe out, all your anxiety, tiredness, unwanted business, unfinished business, anything negative thought, they're coming out. Anything is really annoying you. Okay, start. 1, 2, 3. Well done. And if you sat down, can you stand up and stretch your body? Stretch your body. Stretch your body. And just give me a beautiful smile now. Just give me a smile. Just big smile now. Well done. Okay, now, well, the answer is we need to make it real. How we to make it real? Is a one thing to be able to tell someone what's a rose like. You say this is a rose like. Is another thing to have they come along and smell it. And what we really want them to do is see, hear, feel, smell, experience with your product or service. You say, my God, how can I do this? We're going to discover today. It's going to give them what they want most. And there is not always easy, but maybe the product you have is not quite as tangible as a rose, maybe sell in intangible. Maybe it's a business product, maybe something you think is no emotion whatsoever. Again, you're marketing a computer system, or you're marketing a certain type of copier, so that about that anything about people buy, they still buy emotion reasons. Remember this. But again, maybe for example, you wear any jumper or any dress. Why did you buy it? Because it's your favorite color, your emotions, because you like this material, you like this smell, has a reason you wear this clothes, because emotion attached with this dress, with perfume. Maybe you can see your perfume, because why did you buy this? Because emotion attached, you feel it, you smell it. Emotion reasons. But again, it's got to be made real of them. They got to make it feel like it's really true. So right now you got somebody with some conviction, they're logical convinced that they're justifying purchasing the product. We want to get on. Now we are just logic and contest. But they had momentum. They are compelled. How do we go about compelling someone so they really feel like this is the most important thing for them to do? Well, the way we do it has one make it real, but do we want to make real number? One, we want to make the experience of buying very real, in that we want to make it real for them, that if they buy it's going to be heaven, and if they don't buy it's going to be hell. We need to actually have them have those association in their mind. If someone doesn't buy your product, there's only two reasons. You remember which two reasons? You remember that? Just think about which two reasons if they don't buy your product. What the two reasons? They didn't buy a product because they have linked in their mind that buying it would be more painful. That not buy, that the consequence of buying would lead to pain, embarrassment, frustration, loss of capital, inconvenience, whatever, and it will get more of that than they were going to get pleasure. Does that make sense? What do you think? Because so many things you didn't buy, maybe you associate pain with this product. Not buying. If buying is a pain, not buying is a pain as well. In addition, if somebody doesn't buy, it's because they weren't buying will mean more pleasure than pain. Either the pleasure of getting something they really want, or the pleasure of no longer having to worry, or the pleasure of knowing they don't have to have that happen in their life heart anymore. And they will also would link that they didn't buy, they would be missing out on something. Maybe I can say, maybe this is the right example here. Sometimes you go holiday somewhere, because you used to go holiday, maybe you have a very unpleasant experience. Would you go back? You have a pain. You say, I'm not go back this country because it was unpleasant experience. It's happened. Maybe has a pain. Have you noticed how you went holiday? It was unpleasant experience. You remember anything? Maybe yes, the weather wasn't very good, hotel wasn't very good. It was pain, associate pain, hurt anymore, and they will also would link. They didn't buy. They would be missing out on something. So we have to make that real for people, and so we have to make their wants real. So it's very real. Their wants are very strong. We're going to make their justification very real. We're going to make their pain of not buying very real. You you say, how can I make it real? What can I do this? What do you think? Just think about how you can make it real with your product. I guess I was going to say one thing to it, say after perspective, not mentally, experientially, visually, in their mind, emotionally, enjoying the benefit of your product. That's not very real in their experience. Have you noticed that when you go and book your holiday, the person show the hotel, swimming pool pictures, restaurant. What do you think? Automatic you start visualize, okay, I will do swim there, I will eat there. Have you noticed your patterns? Maybe you go for holiday, if you could buy any dress, buy any perfume, buy new thing, you automatically visualize, okay, how do I look in the dress when I do swim, how I feel when I swim in this swimming pool, or try when I stay in this hotel, how have a feeling. You automatically visualize. We do the same strategy in our selling, because everyone does. We visualize when we see any stuff, we visualize how will I have feeling when I use this product, right? Experience then they're probably not going to go over the edge. It will be more logical. Buyer going to close real hard and go through all that stuff, because they are going to be in the decidable state, because they confused. The decidable state. It happens sometimes happen with us as well when we are in the decidable state. If you get a more it feels real, then you will be able to just assume the sale, and that's what the step is about, to make it real. Just assume that. The most powerful distinction I learned that helped me and making things real for people was to understand that the human imagination is 10 times more powerful than our will. If I try and sell you logical, that's one thing, but if I can get you really think about something and make us possibilities in your mind, those possibilities drive people nuts. I mean, think about it. Fear is the number one emotion that stops most human behavior, and I most fear is justified. I most fear is logical. I'm also things that you have been afraid of. It kept you from doing all that. You want to do with it based on pure logic, not usually what was. You got a little bug in your mind, and your imagination went crazy with it. So, because when you meet your person, your imagination, we get married, we have our kids, we have a holiday together, we're going to stay in the one house. When we see somebody in the relationship, we always in the imagination state. And you see the new person, you always think about the person, you imagine about him. When we go holiday together, go shopping, spend time together. Maybe if you have the first date, all night you imagination, how you go to see the person, what you going to wear it, how you going to say hello the person, right? So when you need to do is learn how to manage your imagination and how to utilize imagination of the customer, because you already know how to do the imagination. Now you have to give and teach the customer how they can use imagination with your product. So far you with me? Does it make sense? It's going to be more interesting. So they really want your product. There's a 3-step process will teach you that can really help you to do that. The first step of the 3-step process. We have a 3 process how you can make it real, how you can give imagination, how you can engage with your product. So is you have got to learn to make it real for people by making sure that you're able to point out exactly what they want, where they feel like it is here. What I mean is when we're going to persuade someone who want to influence them. Our job is at the point is we got somebody real wants to do this, but we want to have been compelled. So what aren't master persuade? What they do? master persuader, what they doing here, they painting picture through strong language, and they're putting a picture that kind of you buy is going to be success, love, money, respect, whatever it is that a person really want most in the world. In other words, it is going to mean buying is heaven, and if they don't, it's going to be hell. Now they can be quiet, that direct, they have to be elegant, but they do elegant way on description. What they can do it the ways we have already talked about. You wouldn't say, listen, if you don't buy this, you're going to miss out. If you talk to moving away from person, if you call a meta program discussion or discussion about buying pattern that will work, would you go somebody is motivated by possibility or moving toward end, you say that you're going to lose rapport. They're going to buy. They're not going to buy because you're going to lose a rapport. But so again, more elegant way of doing this would tell story. Tell the story. Give example. So you say, for example, 2 weeks ago I talked to Mary and she was kind of the house like you, and she wasn't really sure. She didn't buy our company's fire alarm. That's right. You know what happened? 2 weeks later, they had a fire, and because her house wasn't fire alarm, what was happened? Her house was burned. Her house was burned, and the force you got out alive, she wasn't damaged to her family physically, but she lost all those things. When all should do it to make a small investment was there, and I felt bad because I tried to convince her and she didn't buy it. Make sure your story is true, accurate. Maybe people can find with the social media, they can find very easy this your story true or false. That's the way of making it more real and sure enough that person going to either have to make up all these pictures, allow their imagination to go crazy. Maybe they think, oh my God, if I didn't buy the fire alarm, I hope my house won't be burned. They'll start to think about what God would that be like for us. Also, you can say, I also do the other family, and here's what happened. You know, the alarm went off enough not only to everybody get out, but sure enough they were able to stop the fire before it got too big. Most houses fire, and so on. So far, you with me? I think very easy way to people give the imagination. They can use their imagination power, tell the story. Good, painful story, pleasure story. That's right. This is a fast how you can make it real. And second, how you can make it real, you can paint. Second way to make it real by asking questions. The perspective. If there any way you get people experience things through questions, again remember question do 3 things. 1, ask your questions, immediately change what you focus on. I have never had somebody ask a question, you middle conversation, ask your questions, and you're over here and you completely forget what you're talking about that happened to you. That's what happened, is why you can take somebody's giving you an objection and destroy the objection just by asking question out of the blue. And also they're over here and they can't know whether objections. Once you go, okay, well, great, let's just move on. If so question of we change, we focus on, and therefore whatever we pay attention to, our focus on affect our state, our emotion states. So if you're somebody question, change focus on, you also change how they feel getting a question. Does is number, changes, what you delete right now. What do you think? What are you deleting in your life? While you're listening to me, you may not be noticing the blood pool sitting to your left ear. I want to mention it. You might again to notice it, to remember to feel it. If I can say, you probably won't pay attention to the pace at which your heart is beating. That you delete most of those things. When I ask a question, I change you to I cause you to focus on something else. We focus on something new. Maybe I say, you have eyes. What's wrong with your eyes? Your eyes, you say, my eyes fine, nothing wrong, but you change the focus. You forget about other things. Around your third thing, I do have question as I access resource. If I ask you question like, well, what's the most important thing you have learned in your life so far in business? It's a pretty big question. You might say, well, I don't know. When I say what I know, you don't know. What if you did know? What would you say? Most of the time when people come to say me, I don't know what I really want. I say, that's fine. Then I ask the question, I know you don't know, but if you did know, what would you say? You might say, well, I learned this and this and this. What I have done, I have got you to go into this incredible file cavern in your brain. Call your brain and open something very valuable, important information. I got access to some resource to the same thing happen when I'm making to someone and I'm trying to convince them to buy, rather convince them, rather I ask them also listen. If you want to actually invest in this product right now, tell me something. Tell me something. What would be the best benefit you would get out of that? This is a very powerful question. I'm repeating again. What would be the best benefit you would get out of that? Or what would be the best benefit you would get out from our product or service? Now, what I mean to, I may have gone ahead and focus on let your imagination go crazy and focus on what would be the best benefit and ask and you shall what to receive it. You keep asking and again. If they feel like you're not just trying to manipulate them, you're being honest and sincere to really think about what could be one of the greatest benefit of this. All of a sudden, their imagination will come up with better benefits than you could ever visualize, ever think about. It's happened so many times with me. You should try this. Plus, if you verbalize, if they probably will doubt, if you think this product will do it for you, they will doubt it. But when they tell you it is the truth, because you remember, people by their own reasons know your reasons. Truth, isn't it? And is an experience in their head, because they visualize in their head. Experience in their head is not just about the words you thrown at them. So question our way to make it real, the way to get people access resource, and they said, well, I can't buy. For example, one person comes and says, I can't buy this, I don't have the budget, I don't have the money. Then you say, yes, right, I really respect you. So I understand that if there was a way, you can ask the question again. So I understand that if there was a way you have turned around and you would actually made the budget. You give them to change their state. You give them opportunity. I understand if there was a way you have turned around and you would actually made the budget. Or what's a way to get around the budget? Tell me what would be the most important thing, the may that work out of this is I don't want to, and a person say I don't want to buy this, I don't need this, that's fine, because I don't like this, I don't buy this. The person give you the projection, I don't want to buy. You say, okay, I respect you, I appreciate your opinion. Then you ask the question, because use the word magic, because if you have bought already, what changed your mind? If something changed in your life, what would be that? Have changed your mind if they tell you. I'm repeating question again. Because if you have bought already, imagine if you already bought as a car. Imagine you already bought this car. How's your life this is a house. If you already buy this house, how you feel like this? If you wear this dress, how you feel like this going to the party when you wear this girl? If you buy this computer system, imagine how your business like this. Where you give them imagination by question. Are you with me? And you can ask them, imagine you bought this product, what would change in your life, in your business or in your personal life? They're going to start imagination, they're going to start visualize. Ask question and they will give you the real answer. They will get real experience instead of himself as well. Question are your greatest friend, and you make sure you use of them and ask excellent question. You empower the buyer by putting them in a state that makes things more congruent. Is a critical now in asking question. There's a one way of doing it, painting picture, another way of getting someone to feel like it is real, is to do something very real. That okay, how you can make it real? Fast, you can tell them story, one a painful story, one is a pleasure story. Give them example. And next, you can ask them questions. And third, you can make it real. How do you feel now? How do you feel? You feel fantastic? You know how you can make it real. It's very simple and easy to do this. You already have this power. You already have so many examples. You already have so many questions to ask them. In order to compel the prospect, we need to make it real. For example, have you visited iPhone store? How do they make it real? Their display on the computer, you can touch their phone, you can listen their sound, you can feel the material. Maybe another example, you can go Starbucks, you can go coffee shop. What do you see there? What do you feel there? You feel smell. When you listen to music, you smell the coffee. You listen to beautiful music, it makes you relax. Another thing, which shop you go. For example, iPhone, they make it real. Starbucks, you can go makeup industry, makeup shop, perfume shop, computer shop, music shop. Another example, how when you go to see new house, you're looking for the new house, you went to see the new home. What do you feel? How they make it real? Some people, they make it real. They just put the furniture there. Furniture, candles, smell your favorite magazines, your TVs there, put a video, they use it. People spend a lot of money to give you this feeling that you feel real, you own it. Okay, now you can think another example. When you go in the Starbucks, what do you feel there? What do you feel? Which sense do you feel when you go Starbucks? You smell the coffee, touch cup, it's nice feeling, taste, hear you the music, see the coffee, there's coffee machines, different kind of coffee, 5 cents. Has a reason, same coffee, and when you drink in the Starbucks, has a different taste. Why? Because you can feel their 5 cents, how you had a different feeling. Another thing, the people spend a lot of money on the lighting, especially you go in the shopping, they have very different light. For example, if you go in the jewelry, you buy the necklace. When you come home, they have a different shine, but you're in the shop, they have a different shine. Because you can see different light, you can see the different things. That's right. Now you have to come up your own ideas how you can bring see, hear, feel, smell, experience in your own product. We want them to see, hear, feel, smell, experience that your product or service is going to give them what they want most. Making it real creates a compelling reason and momentum to buy. If the client cannot mentally and emotionally visualize and experience the benefits of your product as being real, he probably won't buy it. Now you have to bring creativity in your business. What you can do in your product or service, you can have thus 5 cents in your product. Maybe you can go in the different shops, you can see the iPhone, Starbucks, makeup shop, computer, music shop, maybe a house. If you can looking for new house, you can visit a new house. They have a new fresh carpet smell. For example, if you go buy a new car, you can go car shop, car store. They have, when you go enter new cars, the smell. They spend a lot of money on this. You can have a feel fresh smell. And they give you the key. They own you. This is your car. You can why the person take you test drive with a new car? Because you feel, you hear the sound, you feel the all new system, you feel the leather seats. Has a reason. They're doing this. This is a behind psychology. Now you have to come up this idea how you can use this 5 cents in your product. I love to hear this. People experience the value of buying all 5 cents. The last thing I could share with you in the idea of the system of what we call point, tell, and paint. That is, if somebody start to maybe not feel like this is something you should do. Maybe you try everything, you put 5 cents, but still they don't have feeling, they don't have trigger to buy your product. Then you use this strategy. It's called point, tell, and paint. Before we do explain this strategy, now you can do just breathing exercise. We do 5 time breathing exercise this time. How are you today? How you feel today? I know you feel wonderful, you feel fantastic today. Now you can do 5 breathing exercise. Let's do 5 breathing exercise. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just stretch your body. Just stretch your body. You're doing very well. And just, can I have a beautiful smile, please? Now just smile. Just do smile. And yes, well done. Now we can start. That is, somebody start to maybe not feel this, like this is something you should do. You know, they are like logical conviction, but they are not all the way over the edge. One of the way do is really simple 3 steps. Point out what they want. For other words, all you got to do is put the problem back in their mind, put their desire back on them on the way you do. That is just very simple. Come along and ask somebody a question. What kind of question you would ask that person is first of all the create the desire. Are you going to first determine the emotional reason and logical reason? Some other word, one of the value we already discovered. We have already done the right what they most in life. We already know the create the desire. You already know the ask question. Ask what is the most important to your life. They say happiness, joy. What give you happiness? We already discovered last session. Are you going to first determine the emotional reason and logical reason? Some other word, one of that, the value we already done the right. What they want most in life. They want freedom, they want to venture, they want security. What do they want? They want success. So we know what they want most emotionally and what they want most logically. To justifying buying for the longer is okay. Point you want a blank. For example, that will blank, is that correct? You say, you already know. Is okay. Point you want a blank. That will blank, is that correct? Is that correct? And what I call a test. What close you immediately clarifying. Are you on track? And they are making a commitment. So I know you want a black little blank. Is that correct? I know what you really want. Be quiet. Say blank. I say what you really want? Blank. They will answer themselves. I know you want a computer. For example, I know you want a computer system that will be efficient. So do this. I know you want a car that you know will be the best in the world. I know that what you really want is to make an investment in a home that bring you a return over the next 5 years, but also your cozy environment for your family. Is not what you want. Ask the question. Is not what you want. So immediately point it out. I know you want to come up with a system to stop losing all this money from employee stealing. No, I know you want a way to have your accounting be consistent, don't you? So you need to go back and hopefully point out a wound. You remember how to discover the wound? The reason they're buying in the first place. Make it real again. By making them reinforce, you can easily open somebody's wound and create great desire to buy just by talking about their problems. In the world, every single person has a problem, but they don't have solution. And salesperson have solution. Just talk about that. Say, no, I know that you're not quite sure about that. And I also know that if you don't change from what you have told me, it's going to cause you this. If you lose your weight, if you buy your dream car, if you invest the money, it's going to cause you this and this and this, and you can make a big list. Isn't that right? Can you ask the questions? Isn't that right? I hate to have to see it. I hate to have to see you like this. Continues to go through. That is not something you wanted. You want slim, you want fat, you want successful, you want earn a lot of money. But if get this is a pain for me. The people think you care. Show the care. So again, what you are doing, it closing along the way. So first of all, point and remind them what their desire is. What you're doing is you're taking a problem, putting it back on their lap, which creates some motivation again to point right away. We tell our product or service will do that for you. So what you got to do is now you pointed out what it is you need to just encourage them again. Make it more real for this. We'll do it for you. A sophisticated our product will do this for you. If you want to lose the weight, if you want to make money, if you want to save the money, my product or service can do it for you. Give them benefits and then see paint. And this is the key. What we want to unleash their imagination. Imagination is very powerful. What you got to do is paint that when you own this product and blank happen. For example, when you go see the car, the person say, you can drive the car. He gives you key. Feel like you own this car. When you go see the house, they give you key to open the door. Feel like you own the house. Are you with me? How do you feel so far? Great. So when you own, for example, computer system, when you own this computer system and all of a sudden your competence in your accounting department jump to 30% and you walk in the seat a time and place, this is a critical, hear me, on that. So when you own this blank happen, when you own this product, when you own this car, what will happen? When you earn £1 million a year, what will happen? You put what you know they want to have happen. What you state when blank happen, set the time, place is that we really want, because blank meaning give them time to imagination. They can imagine what they really want, because we don't do imagination for them, so they should do imagination for themselves. So for example, when you are in position where you own this computer system and you got 30% more efficiency in your office, and you walk in there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and people are not concerned, upset because they haven't got their check on time. But if everything already done, what do you feel? And people feel happy and feel good. Question I have got is that what you want. You want save money, you want make people happy, you want employer happy. That what you want. Yes, the person say yes, that's what this is about. And then you assume the sale. So let me just ask you a question. What's your address? Where I should deliver this computer? What day should I deliver this computer? On Friday or Saturday? Should I send you my more advertising material? Should I sell you more brochure? Should I sell you more my product which you sent? What do you think? The person say yes, you can send to me. Yes, you can email me. You can deliver me on Friday or Thursday when they feel convenient. They say yes. What do you feel then? The sale, what you want to do to use the point telling paint, and the most important part is the painting part. Make sure you want to unleash their imagination, because they can come up with all kind of things. All the worked out what could really happen in our business. For example, I give you another example. You're selling seminars, you're selling training. That's why you can ask someone that way. Of all things we said, what could happen? Our standard close again for us in our organization. Walk in and say, what would you want a seminar? What would you want a training session? You can seminar, training session. If you're going to have a seminar for your people, what would be most important will be the 2 or 3 things are the most important for you and your business, and what you want from 2 or 3 things from this training. You're asking their model, what they want. And I will tell you also, out of those 3, what is the most important one of all? They tell us their highest emotional reason. When you ask them, what do you want from this training? What do you want from this training? A training session, seminar session, what are you going to get? You're going to get their highest emotional reason. So it was okay in your company will be the 3 most important reason. Maybe we need the confidence, we need the sales strategy, anything what they want, they tell you. You got a 3 most important reason for you take a seminar like this. What if you are going to a seminar on it really got a result? For you, if it really got a result, it will be 3 result. You have to get out of that seminar. Note, you have to make a notes. Also, is that which was most important to you? They will tell you. I'm repeating again this question. What most important to you? They will tell you. Number 1, emotional reason. What the biggest and emotional reason right now? Maybe there are also logical reason to buy now. Then we say, if you don't get that, what will cost? If you don't go this in your training or in your business and your work, it costs what potentially could cost in next 5 years. If that doesn't change, what we have done, we have unleashed their imagination much more powerfully than if we say, if you don't change, is not going to cost you. When they start talking and thinking all those kind of things that we say, listen, if you want to get this thing, if we can help you turn this around, and you really got this result, what would you gain over the next 5 years? We ask a painful question, we ask a pleasure question. If you solve this problem in your business, what will you have? The person think more profit, more money, more people. Or if I don't solve this problem in my business, what would happen in next 5 years? We ask both same question, pain and pleasure. How would your business be great? How much more enjoyable to get? How much more success? How much more profitable? And now their brains start to go crazy answering all these questions. They come up with all these different answers. Please listen. If we can really show you where to do that, will you do that? They will say, of course, I will do that. If you can say with confidence, with say congruency, yes, I will give you this 3 things you really want to solve this. I can solve by my training. Yes, your test closed. Now you're ready to go in for a final close. So the point is, what you have done is you have asked questions that made buying heaven and not buying hell. Because when you say them, if you solve this problem, that happen. If you don't solve this your problem, that will be happen. They have heaven and they have hell. Now they have to decide they want to stay in heaven or they want to stay in the hell, because their choice. You have not told them, and you will listen to that. The way to make it real, get them to tell you. Don't you tell them. It will turn it that way. Their own way, no your way. This is we call 3 simple strategies, 3 simple way: point, tell, and paint. So far, what we covered, 3 points. Number 1, point, tell, and paint system. Point. Put this mind back on the problem. What you really want is efficiency, isn't it? Remind them of the key issues and what your product will do about it. Paint. You own this, and this is what happened. You set the time and place so they become associate. Isn't this what you really want? Okay, now we do little exercise. You can close eyes or you can open eyes. You feel comfortable, just do it. Okay, now just focus your breathing. Focus your breathing. Just focus your breathing. Just focus your breathing. Now you can imagine you're in your home. You open your fridge and take out 1 lemon, and you cut the lemon and you squeeze a lemon in your mouth. What do you feel? Do you have lemon taste in your mouth? Do you have taste lemon? This is called imagination. You didn't squeeze a lemon in your mouth, but still you have the taste in your mouth. As a reason, use this 5 cents when you sell your product. Another thing, if you really want to use your subconscious mind power, you can join my course, Unlock the Infinite Power. I will teach you more things, how you can imagination, how you can visualize, how you can use this technique and the selling. Keep closed eyes if you close. Now you can imagine maybe your goal. You really want achieve these goals. Maybe your job, or you want to earn more money, or you want to lose the weight, or you want to go holiday. anything you really want to achieve, financially, emotionally, mentally. Feel it. Just think about any one goal. And now you can imagine you achieved it. You achieved it. You bought your dream car, or you earned the money which amount you really want, earn it, or you want success, or you want significance, anything, you just got it. What do you feel? Feel this happening now in your life. You're driving your own dream car, and you have a lot of money in your bank account. You don't worry about pay your bills, pay your mortgage, anything. You have financial freedom. What's your life like this? You have a peace. You don't have inner conflict in your inside. You have peace, happiness. Now you can take this feeling level 9. Happiness take feeling level 9. Feel it. Feel this happiness level 9. Now feel this feeling number 10. Happiness feeling. You achieved what you really want. And ask yourself, do I deserve this lifestyle? Yes, you deserve this life because you are born to be succeed. Because you are born to be succeed. Okay, now ask yourself, what's stopping you to get this lifestyle? What stopping you get this kind of lifestyle? What's stopping you? Are you, or your story, or your belief system? What's stopping you get this? You can find any answer? Find the answer in your heart, in your mind. Find it. What's stopping you get this lifestyle? And belief system, story, circumstance, anything. If you believe, what kind of belief stopping you get this life? Thought, anxiety, lack of knowledge, belief, something, anything. Lack of sport. If you need a more support, I'm here to help you. If you couldn't come over your fear, I'm here to help you. What's stopping you? Just think about what's stopping you. Okay, now, if you overcome this problem, what's stopping you to get the life what you really want? How will you feel? How will you feel if you overcome this problem? What's stopping you? How will you feel? You feel amazing, confident, worthy, loved, successful, or feel this happiness. You feel have freedom, no anxiety, no fear, just only happiness and peace. And now ask yourself, if you don't overcome this fear or belief system, what's your life like after 5 years, after 3 years? You will be stressed, unsuccessful, craving for happiness. You will have a bad health. What are you going to do? What it costs you if you don't overcome this fear or any kind of challenge? What will happen in your life after 5 years or 10 years? Ask yourself. I know, must be very painful. Regret. Maybe you take so many painkillers or sleeping pills, you couldn't sleep because emptiness, loneliness. Just imagine your lifestyle, how your life like that. Okay, now if you really want your dream life, you really want to achieve what you really want, ask yourself what must change in your life so you get what you really want. What must change in your life you really want? Ask yourself, what must change in my life, in my routine and my patterns so I get my dream life? I get success emotionally, financially, mentally. I want to be a successful person. I want to be a role model for people. I want to be top producer. I want to be top sales producer. What must change so I become very successful in my field, in my industry? Ask yourself. Another thing, if you need emotional support, guidance, you need a mentor, I'm here to help you. If you really need to overcome your negative thoughts and patterns and negative beliefs, I'm here to help you. And you already know what must change in your life, but you don't have encouragement and willpower to change it, you can book a coaching session with me. We will work together. Okay, now you have to make a notes. Now you can open your eyes and just relax and write the notes. What must change if you want to become top producer in your industry, good leader, good partner? What must change in your life? Make a note. You can stop the video and make a notes right now. Yes, fine. Okay, now welcome back. Now hopefully you made your notes. My last statement, I guess in the section, the really simple, I said, listen what we have done so far. We are now beginning to really compel people in this stage of compelling. What we're really doing is making things real and assuming the sale. Next, if an objection comes up, we're going to turn around. We're going to convert that into a commitment. Number, let's make is a super easy for them to buy, the user making the battle before them. As I'm going to create, because when you go to see a new customer, you're going to see, I'm going to create a future because we want to make a sale, and we want as a person is going to be our life for a long time, on a friend, and potentially a friend who can really help us to build our business well. Don't think, I just want to close my sale. No, I want to make a friend for a life, and the friend will help me to build my business. We help enhance the quality of their life. So that's we're going to. We are in the final stage now. Compelling. What I want you to do first is, I want you to start right now, just take an extra couple minutes only to sit down and come up with what are some unique ways that you could absolutely get someone experience only product already. What are some questions you could ask in a traditional homework, ones that have been taught in the past that have good, let's say, I give you another example for a real estate market. When you go see the new house, how they speak, have you noticed a real estate person, how they speak? Have you noticed that? They say, oh, this is your living room. This is your kitchen. In this house, we have 5 bedrooms. Who have this? Who will get this bedroom? Which color you have curtains? Which color you're going to buy the dining table? and I'm curious what color you're going to buy sofa and bedroom and the decoration. What do they say? They say if you feel like you own the house, they ask us suggestions. Where you going to put the dining table? Where you going to put the sofa? Where you going to put the TV in your bedroom? They ask these kind of questions. They feel like you own this house. Who has been this? Where would you put this? TV, sofa, anything, flower, candle, smell. What would you do that? Where an order answered after imagine owning a home. They think you can imagine this your home and now becomes more real for them. So I waited 2 things. I guess really an exercise here. Number 1, what are some way you can get people visual, auditory, early kinesthetic, olfactory, meeting, smells, maintains. How can you get all those involved in making your products benefits real? Now you have to come up your own idea, use it. To a person, even if it's intangible, I want to brainstorm some idea, but even if they are not good brainstorming. And secondly, I like it design at least 5 questions that in answering these questions, what happened in the customer experience the value of your product right now on the experience. Maybe now you can imagine by yourself, if I buy this product, what I feel, how I smell this product, how can I have imagination when what life going to change if I buy this product? Because you can have your own reasons. You're easy to ask another people's questions. I always, when I have to do anything, when I teach someone, I always imagination. If I learn this, what my life be after this training? Then I got the answer. I will know more knowledgeable. Now you can imagine by yourself with your product and you can feel it. It's really working then that they have already bought it and let's do that and let's come back to the next stage. When the final stretch, here's step number 9, how to convert objection into commitment. The thing that probably mostly been waiting for. By the way, one of the easiest thing in the world to do and something it will be easy for your member and actually you will be fine. So easy. I can promise you that what down showing you how to handle objection, you will actually get excited when somebody get an objection. The first, let's make sure you can make it real. So we all step in order. I already showed you imagination is really powerful. Even you didn't eat the lemon, but you shall have the taste in the lemon. Maybe now you can say have apple taste. You can have a favorite wine taste. I can say imagine you can drink your favorite wine at the moment. Drink, maybe you can taste in your mouth. Maybe after your perfume, you can say that, oh, I love this smell. Maybe you at the moment, if I say you can think about your favorite perfume, you can smell even at the moment it's not front of you. This is called imagination power. Great. So have you already started thinking of some way to make it real for people? I hope you have your assignment. If you need extra help, you can text me or you can email me. We can work together. To part step number 1, brainstorm some idea to utilize all 5 senses: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, and taste to associate people to your product's benefit. And step number 2, brainstorm at least 5 questions that get the customer to feel they already own your product right now. If you need another idea, I already mentioned in last video, you can go shopping and find out how people they use their strategy. You can go Starbucks, you can McDonald's, you can go the restaurant, you can go iPhone and figure out how they use this 5 cents, and you will come up with so many ideas. I know that. So now it's time to have a fun with this, and I will be back tomorrow, session 9, and to convert in objection into commitments. I'm very excited for this session. Convert objection into commitment, and Thank you very much, and God bless you. Keep smiling. Stop existing. Start living. Thank you again. Thank you.